Hello there, my name is Charles Layoo, and today I want us to talk about land titling. I've been getting a lot of questions, a lot of messages, and email of individuals asking me about the process of titling land in Uganda. Now, it could be that you just bought a land that you never owned originally, you bought from someone, they sold it to you. One of the ways to fully own that land is by titling it. Now, let's start by titling. What is a land title in the first place? And I want to put it in a very simple language that everyone can understand. Land title is actually one of the most fundamental documents that show proof of land ownership. For example, let's say me, Charles, I don't have a land right now. I get some money, I go buy land somewhere. Let's say it's an acre or a small piece of land. One of the ways, apart from the sales agreement that normally I sign between me, the buyer, and the seller, then maybe the local authorities like the LC1 or the neighbors, having the land title actually makes me to have proof of ownership of the land because this is recognized by the government and other institutions sometimes. Now, talking about process of titling land, I never want to do a video about this, but a lot of people have been reaching out. So let me answer some of your questions. I'm going to try as much as I can to give you all the details you'll need in this video, but I'm also going to make another detailed video another day. If you're new here, I make farming content, educational content to help farmers across Africa. So be sure to subscribe, like this video, and if what I am doing is helping you in any way, be sure to support. So, land title or getting a land title in Uganda is actually easy. Unfortunately, most people don't know about it. But if you have a land or if you are planning of buying a land in Uganda anywhere, please, one thing you should consider is get a land title. So the first step is normally when you want to get a land title is you have to do a survey. Now, there is what is commonly known as a preliminary survey. What is a preliminary survey and why is it important? Some people tend to ignore survey sometimes, but preliminary survey is important because of some of the reasons that I'm going to mention. One, a preliminary survey helps you to get the coordinates of your land, like where exactly your land is located. Let's say your land is in Gulu or in Pade or in Woya, somewhere in northern Uganda, somewhere in the village or somewhere around. If you do a survey, you are able to get the coordinates and you're able to know exactly where your land is. So you can locate your land from anywhere, even if you're not in Uganda. Another reason why doing a survey is important, I've mentioned this on my video several times. Doing a survey helps you to know if your land is having any plan in it. And this could be, let's say, government plan. Of course, we know the way Uganda works. There's a way Uganda has been programmed and planned. There are some areas that maybe the government has a plan of building, let's say, the roads on it, or maybe they want to put hospital, or it can be just government plan. So you can only know that by doing a survey. So it's very important. Another reason is uh, doing a survey helps you actually to know if someone in the past surveyed your land, let's say illegal, because some people go ahead, they survey their friends land illegally. So you can only know this by doing a preliminary survey because that information would already be in the database of the surveyors or the government database, perhaps, if I should put it that way. So lastly, Doing a preliminary survey helps you to know whether your land is already titled or not titled. It also helps you to know whether someone had already started the process of titling that land. So first step that I advise you not to ignore is do a preliminary survey. You may ask me that how much is doing a preliminary survey in Uganda? Now, this really depends on the surveyor that you are working with, because I understand different service providers, different people have different rates. But sometimes you can get a surveyor who can survey your land as low as 300,000 Uganda shilling, or maybe let's say 500,000 Uganda shilling, or even 1 million Uganda shilling. It can be way more or way less depending on who you are working with. So it always varies. But of course, if you will need recommendation, feel free to reach out. I'll be able to also recommend a trusted surveyor to you. So that's another thing. Now, after surveying your land, what is the next step? The next step is you go and get a form. Now, this is where you now go to the government body that is in charge of the land. You get a form. So now there are different type of forms actually that you normally get. There is what is called form 4, there is form 10, form 19, form 23. They all serve different purposes, which I'm going to explain in my next video next time. So you get a form, and you fill in the form. You fill in the form with your information, your personal information, you who is the owner of the land, and this can be your passport photos, or maybe your national ID, driving permit. I'm not very sure about that, but personal information, your documents, and your details. And then after filling the form, what next? You go and call what is called the area land committee. Area land committee is in northern Uganda where I am. They are everywhere in almost every sub county. They are normally the one in charge of land. Sometimes if there is any issues about land, they can actually help you sort it out, because they are in the local area. So when you call in the area land committee, they come and do their inspection. They say, maybe is this land belonging to Charles, or did Charles buy this land? Who are the neighbors? Who was the owner of, all those? So they come and do their inspection. After they have their meeting, they write a report that then they later give you. Of course, please note that when you call someone like the land committee, there is a high chance you have to maybe organize something for them, like let's say water or soda. That is how Uganda works, because you don't call someone and you just let them go like that. So you might have to prepare something also, some money. It can be 200,000, 300,000, depending on how you talk to them. So now after the area land committee inspecting your land, what next? What they do, they write a report like I told you, which will be sent to the district land board. And now the district land board are actually, this is a very big body and they determines a lot. So after that, there is going to be what is called, of course, the other thing. I'm just trying to give you the idea so that you have the context and you know what it takes you to get your land title. There is also what is called planning approval and then stamping, which is done at the district level actually. So sometimes you may ask that how long does titling the land take? By the way, surprisingly, sometimes titling the land may not take so long. Sometimes it also takes so long. It depends on how you started it and the process that you are following. Because the district land board, for example, they normally sit after every 3 months. Apparently, that's what I know. So I think that ideally means in a year they say it like 3 times or 4 times. So Sometimes the process of titling land does not take long, but maybe the sitting of the district land board, because they have to sit, they determine, and they go through all those processes actually. So that is the only thing that may delay. So that is it basically about titling the land. And I hope you who have been asking me, I hope this helps you, and I'm going to do a detailed video about this. If you have any question about acquiring land in Uganda or in northern Uganda to be specific, because that is where I am, let me know. Or if you have any question about titling the land, so that next time I do a detailed video, let me also know. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Layoo Charles, and I am sharing educational farming content right here on YouTube. My goal is to inspire a lot of young people like me, inspire a lot of individuals to venture into the agricultural sector of Uganda, because Uganda has a lot of potential right now when it comes to agriculture, because we have a lot of resources that needs to be put in work actually. So I really appreciate your support, and be sure to subscribe to this channel, be sure to like this video, and also share with your friends and family. Be sure to support to everyone who always support, facilitate me go to other farmers. I really appreciate. If you want to do any consultation with me one-on-one, be sure to reach out, and I will be glad to offer my assistance to you. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in our very next video.